All right.
I
So,
only made a deal with one devil. It's fine. When
yes.
you get to 2, that it gets weird.
Well, welcome back, session 2. You guys are on your way to search for the Tomb of Horrors, which is where you believe Durnan went to go find an artifact to help you guys fight against Hollister. You've met a new friend, possibly new friend, named Aiko. He is a
Possibly.
druid. What's that?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
totally
still-
friendly.
He seems to be friendly. He's helping you fight some orcs. You guys
Hiding behind a
traveled.
bush.
Yes. Well, you're smart. Look at Agram. Less smart.
I am the bush.
But he is a barbarian, so he does. He's just getting warmed up here.
He slaps.
I just want to point out that I'm camouflaged so they can't see me.
You're in the gold and gold.
She looks just like the grass.
You kind of stick
Yeah,
out.
you
You're
can't see the
in
dragon.
armor and you're 7 feet tall.
That weird lizard-shaped, dragon-shaped
Grass.
grass.
With a giant sword and glowing helmet. It's fine.
Made out of
Can't see it.
grass.
Made out of grass. Yep.
Me.
Grass.
Yes.
It's glowing grass.
So
Kentucky glowing grass.
you guys
sorry.
are traveling, and you came to North Dark Hill, and you came across some orcs, and you saw that they were digging into the ground in some places, and then I don't remember exactly how it happened. I'd have to go back and watch the VOD, but they didn't like what you guys had to say because they told you to leave, and then you guys got in a fight. And now you're fighting lots of orcs, and you're outnumbered. We did one round last week as to kind of get Aiko into things. So we're going to start it off, and it's Aiko's turn. You're in combat.
Oh,
So,
it's my turn?
yes.
Adam, your dots are still on the eyes.
Why am I
The
flying?
Mike's not picking you up.
I'm going to guess that
I'm muted.
it's probably somebody named Adam. Let's do shit.
That doesn't
Why-
sound.
Why
That
would
doesn't
you
sound
say
right.
that?
Hey, I'm always causing trouble.
That's
How would he have even done that? That's hacks.
You're like, but also, how did you do it?
So,
He's a wizard.
Aiko, you have a movement, an action. Sometimes you can do a bonus action depending on what that is. I believe your
Yeah.
entanglement is a concentration, correct?
So, the entanglement. What is concentration? It's a first level.
It would
spell.
say under duration, I believe.
Concentration up to 1 minute.
So what that means is you can't cast another spell that would require concentration, and if you take
Gotcha.
damage, you have to roll a saving throw to maintain concentration.
Gotcha.
I don't remember what the saving throw is, though.
It's probably like DC 13 of something.
Attack save says strength 14. Was that?
Go here too. That's if you get attacked. So we can. I think Flark is looking something up.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I'm going to read
Fine,
quickly.
Flark.
So that does put you in a little bit of a weird position. So if you want to maintain the entanglement on those orcs, that's basically your action is to continue to keep casting that. And you can do that for 10 rounds. So you've done it for 1 round, you could do it for 9 more rounds because each round is 6 seconds. And you can do it for 1 minute.
Wait.
Okay.
No, it doesn't take an action to maintain concentration.
Oh, that's right. He just
Yeah.
can't cast another spell.
He cannot cast. He can cast another spell if it's a spell that doesn't require concentration, and he cannot take damage.
Well, look at us. We're so good at spells. We can do them without
What is-
concentrating.
What is the difference between a cat cantrip and a spell? like a
Cantrip.
first level, second level.
So cantrip you can do as many times as you want in a day. There's no cap. But a spell,
Gotcha.
like a first level spell, you'll see you've got those boxes next to it. You can only cast
Oh,
that many first level spells, and then second level spells, third level spells.
Okay.
So you want to use
Okay,
those
so-
somewhat sparingly.
gotcha. So basically, as far as I can tell, my only like way of doing damage, besides something that's complicated like turning into an animal that I understand, I have a thorn whip cantrip.
Yep.
That I believe doesn't require concentration, so therefore I could do it.
You have that and Thunder Wave, but that's
Oh no. Oh yeah, okay.
instantaneous.
I thought I shut the door. Hi. Hey.
Oh, kitty.
Hey. Yeah.
The Thunder Wave
So
would
that
take out these two orcs that are right upon us here. Or not
So-
take out, but
so
defect them negatively.
be very
Say
careful
hi, gal.
that if you were to do that, it does affect everyone in that range. So that
Oh, okay,
includes Sora. So you could move, but then your tank is no longer between you and the bad guys.
Right.
You can definitely do that and be a badass.
Doesn't seem
But
great. So maybe I should thorn whip somebody.
that seems like a good call.
Hit him in the
Yeah.
face with pointy thingies.
Made of grass.
Hit him with
That's
that
under-
big pile of grass.
I wonder, can I thorn whip through the character in front of me, or should I like thorn whip the guy in the distance here?
The
You
one
have
in the
is it-
distance.
it's 30 feet, so you could whip around her.
I
Okay.
mean, the person on the other side probably gets like partial cover.
You'd probably be at disadvantage.
Yeah. But if you went to
How
the
do
guy
you
in the
throw?
river,
Go to F.
Oh.
F that guy.
I think I'm gonna thorn whip the guy in the river.
Okay.
that guy standing in the
Okay.
river, is it like up to his ankles or his knees?
Just to his
Like-
ankles, so it's not
like a puddle?
difficult terrain. Yeah.
He's exposed.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. So in order to actually do this, roll. Do you tell me what to roll?
So this
Luke?
will be a D20.
Oh, I forgot where my dice are. Crap, they're on this thing, aren't they?
Yeah, they'll be on your what
If
you
you
would
have
call
a
it.
character sheet, you can just push a button and it does it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, so next to your thing under hit/DC, there should be like a little button that's like plus number.
Hit/DC.
Yeah, I have to go to the attack tab
Yeah, I mean
under
for you,
like
so-
actions and then attack.
yeah, you
I
should have
gotcha.
actions and then spells, and then in spells you should have your cantrips, and then the cantrip.
Yep.
Like the fourth
Oh,
column.
I see. The yep, the plus. I have +6 here.
Yeah, so click on
Okay.
+6, and
Okay,
it'll roll your
clicked
D20.
on it. I got 12 + 6 = 18.
Okay. That's to armor class because it's a melee attack.
Wow, it's not a,
It's
it's
a spell melee.
Yeah, it's
I'm assuming armor class.
it's anything cantrips that are damaging are almost always against armor class. Like if you roll a hit dice for it, it's
gonna
probably
be
I think it's always
armor
going to be
class.
armor class.
All right, so that is a hit. So you can roll damage for that,
Oh,
which should be
I'm assuming it's right
2d6.
next to it.
Yeah, the button
Yeah.
right next to it will roll the dice and
Yeah.
apply your modifiers. If you can.
All right. The damage was 7.
All right.
Wah.
You whipped it good.
So you whip this.
Ow.
This vine stretches from your hand and smacks this guy square in the chest and takes a deep gash out of his chest. He's not wearing any armor,
Oh, this guy's a weenie.
and the orc grumbles. "Ugh," and he's hurt, and he's bleeding out of his chest.
Idiot.
Seeing this, the orcs are happy to take their turn.
Oh, poop.
Okay, so this guy is prone or he's entangled.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up next. I need to go get my dice. Hold on.
Oh. I didn't know who he was pointing at. I thought he was pointing at this big guy, and I was like, I don't remember Adam knocking him down. That's dope.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
If only.
If
I hit him
only.
twice and did a bunch of
You
damage
hit him
both times.
hard.
You hit him
Mhm.
hard.
Yeah,
You
you
did.
made him mad.
And the other guy starts bleeding. So there's something weird going on.
I think this guy might be a little stronger than that other guy.
Maybe a little bit. All right.
There's just a spell.
So I have to do.
If I were to guess.
Is it a constant? It's not concentration. It's a constitution. No, it's a strength check. Strength of 14 is what I need to do.
That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. This guy does. Ooh, which one am I going to use? I got new dice, and they're gorgeous, and I love them.
So many choices.
I'm gonna start off with the blue. So strength, I get +3. That is an 8. So he fails. He is still entangled. So these vines are coming up over his arms and over his shoulders, and he starts to pull, and they pull his arms back down, and he is stuck. He cannot move. Because you guys hate me. Why you do this to me?
I didn't do anything.
All right. This person here is really only can see this giant dragon, this pile of grass that's glowing for some reason. So that seems kind of strange. So she's going to pull out 2 arrows, put them between her finger, and fire them both at the same time right at Sora. Well, one definitely missed. The other one might not. I gotta see what their plus is. That's gonna be 18 to armor class.
My armor class is 18.
All right, so that hits.
Dang.
You need a bigger shield.
Or just be smaller.
That's gonna be 9 damage. So she 2 arrows, both of them, and just as one comes, you lift your sword to cut it in half, but the other one unfortunately finds its way in between your pauldrons and sticks in your shoulder.
Aye.
Flark, you get to mess some shit up now.
Okay. I see.
You better save Agram.
That Agram went to town on this orc. Like, really fucked him up, and he just seems mad about it. So I'm going to step 2 steps forward. I'm going to lean down close, grab the back of Agram's shirt, and say, I got you, little man. And with the loudest thunderclap you've ever heard, the 2 of us disappear. How do I and show up over here. And these 3 chuckle fucks need to make a Constitution 15 saving throw.
Okay.
Should have had him.
I believed in you.
Okay, so that is going to be... Sorry, I need to look at what they are. So it's BC, BA, WC.
Oh,
Okay,
we got
so
music now.
So that guy, so BC failed.
He takes 25 thunder damage.
Jesus shit.
I think he's dead.
Jesus definitely shit, by the way.
I think everybody does. There's a book about
Everybody
it.
poops.
Everybody poops. All right, BA. You said Constitution?
Yep.
16.
15 was what he needed. He takes 12 thunder damage.
And then the War Chief. That is a 20.
He also takes 12 thunder damage.
Okay.
That's what WC stands.
Nobody's knocked prone. All of it's just damage.
That is correct. Just damage.
I was honestly thinking it was water closet.
All right, so
Like a bathroom?
As Flark and Agrim leave, this enormous eruption, this shockwave, hits all three of them, and parts of their leather armor fly off. And BA is almost knocked over. He's badly injured.
Should have killed him.
That's BC. BA is hurt. He's definitely feeling it now. The Orc War Chief, you got him to stumble back. He caught himself and is feeling his chest, and the blood is starting to gush a little bit more than it did before. Alright, so this guy, now is that your turn? Can you move?
That is. I mean, I can, but
Wait,
I.
Yeah, you can. You already used 5 feet of your movement.
Yeah. So I still have a few steps left. Yeah, let's see. What is my speed? Hold on while I figure out where speed is. Okay, so I've got. I'm gonna go over here. So I'm not in line of sight of these motherfuckers.
That's a good call.
Maybe they didn't notice me.
Nice.
That's probably it.
Probably
Alright.
it. They just think that you're a teleporting murderous dwarf.
As being
Who's to say I'm not?
this guy was hit fiercely, but he's ready to get back into the action.
He's a maniac.
Maniac.
Wow, that guy's fast.
And I have to
Seriously.
this. So he is not able to do anything on this
Ah.
turn, but with great swiftness and speed, he is on top of Aiko before he realizes it.
God damn it.
Bastard.
Did I lose somebody?
They could be dead.
Must be.
Who are you looking for?
I killed at least one.
Oh
with
yes,
my
because he's
fireball.
dead. Never mind. He is definitely dead. So,
What type of creature is an orc?
It's an orc.
they're usually they're not always evil. They're humanoid, and they are typically they're usually evil because they do things for money and they like to fight and all that jazz, but they aren't inherently evil. Excuse me. I'm just grabbing something here really quick. Alright, so this Orc War Chief, seeing the blood in his chest, looks up. He pulls around his side. There's a bag. He can't really tell what's inside it. He opens it up.
That's fine.
He pulls out an orange stone, and he utters something guttural, and he throws it.
Oh no. He
And it
has
lands-
the orb.
It lands right here
Hey.
on top of Sora.
Wait. Oh.
Wait. Where's your hand? I thought your hand was over by the
Man,
other
Sora,
side of the bush.
right here on
I
Sora.
know, I
Here,
thought you threw it in the field.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds great. Yeah, throw it over
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
put it there.
That guy's a good toss. Is this a short shrub or a tall tree? Did he go over the tree?
He went
Under the tree?
right, like it's a really tall tree, so he's able to go
Oh, so he just
right
went
by
like
it.
next to the trunk.
Yep.
Suck.
So everyone within
1 foot.
I think it's gonna be 10 feet.
That means he's
That's
baddies too, right?
My theory.
Or
Maybe he
15 maybe.
Killed his friends. That'd be great. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Go see
all right,
you.
so everyone within 20 feet of Sora
Oh shit.
needs to give
Okay,
me
that's all
a
of us.
dexterity saving throw of 14.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What kind of damage is it?
This is going to be fire damage.
Ah,
Wait, I think I have something for saving throws. Hold on. For
Right.
teammates. I just have to figure
I
out
have
what
a.
it is.
So this is a dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
1 second here.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What is my thing for that though?
So I think. So I just clicked the dexterity button. I get 16 plus 3 equals 19.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. It was of 12, is what you said?
14.
14. Oh, I was thinking I need to roll a 12 because I have a +2. I'm a genius. Yeah.
One step ahead of yourself.
Okay, so
Okay.
Here we go, buddy.
$15. We needed a 14. Boy, I made this by the skin of my butthole.
that means save for Flark.
Half damage.
It's gonna
Okay.
be
Everyone within 10 feet of me gets a +2 bonus to all saving throws.
Is that just like a permanent aura that you have?
Yeah, aura of protection.
What?
Whoa.
that sucks for me.
Nope, it doesn't, Luke. It sucks for me.
A 3.
I
Is that with your
rolled a 3. I don't have any
and
dexterity,
+0 dexterity?
and I'm outside
Oh
of 10
no,
feet.
what did we have to roll?
Yeah.
14.
14.
You had to roll a 14. You
Okay, I
crushed
got a
it.
16.
Okay,
I'm
Aiko.
the only one that took full damage.
I believe so, yeah.
Son of a gun.
And Sora, aren't you always resistant to fire damage?
Yeah, was that fire?
Yep. All right. So, Aiko, do you need to roll?
No, he
So
rolled. He had
I
a
did it-
16.
16. So
Yeah, I got a
everyone
16.
but Agrim. Okay.
19.
So
Yep.
sorry, let me count the subs.
So I'm not immune, AJ, I just have resistance.
Right, yeah.
So-
you take half
Yeah.
damage.
Everyone except Agrim takes 14 points of fire damage. Agrim takes 28 points of fire damage. As
Wow,
as this
fucking
this
exploded.
orange stone, this just meaningless object hits the ground, it erupts in this fire. And Flark knows very well that was absolutely 100% a fireball.
What a bastard.
Does not have any clue how this orc just threw that, but he did.
Okay, so I actually am also resistant to fire, so I think me and Sora take 7 instead of 14.
Does it have it?
I think
Okay.
resistance halves. Let me check.
Yeah, mine just says resistance.
If a creature has resistance to a damage type, damage of that type is halved against it.
Okay. So you guys take 7. Aiko takes 14. Agrim takes 28. Agrim, how many hit points do you have left?
A lot.
Okay.
The dude
Above
is
50.
thick. He's got a
Above
big
50.
old booty.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I know. You told us to let you know. When do you want to
I-
know-ish?
I would like to know when you're about 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm at 21 with that.
Okay.
I have
So-
49 total, and yeah,
Okay.
we're supposed to keep our hit points from last session, obviously, right? Yeah.
Yep. Because I just want to make sure that I am aware, because there's lots of things that happen during that time.
He can murder you.
Okay.
Is there for fire damage? Is there like a different way I should be counting that specifically?
Nope. It only really matters, and I'll tell you if there's something like a damage over time, but it really only matters in the sense that Flark and Sora are resistant to it. Agrim will be resistant to certain things when he's raging, like piercing damage or slashing damage. So that's where it kind of comes into play.
You can also be vulnerable, or things can be vulnerable to certain types of damage, which doubles
Right.
the effect. So
Okay.
most of the time it's there for flavor, but it also has some gameplay impacts if you have a very specific thing around that specific type of damage. Agrim,
Gotcha.
when he's raging, is basically invulnerable to anything that isn't, well, he's resistant to anything that isn't magic.
Pretty
Like,
much.
did you shoot him? He's fine. Did you hit him with a giant hammer? He's fine. Did you stab him with a sword? He's fine.
All that, no big deal.
All right. So this orc directly in front of Sora.
Wait, did the orcs take damage?
Oh yeah, the orcs take damage. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Thank you,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, if I know
Nice.
that's a fireball,
I was like, I'm
also
pretty sure
know
these
that
guns
your
around-
allies die from fireballs, because I have to think about that and then not care about it.
So that guy
But at least
took the
think about it.
damage. So
Think about
That's the
he-
important part, really.
Okay, so he halved. So I said half was 14.
Correct.
All right.
Hey AJ, do you have a little cone spell thing?
Of Dunshire?
Owns of Dunshire. Yes.
Can I borrow it after? Where you're
Oh, you want like a thing for placing.
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
thought you were asking if I had a spell that was a cone.
Thanks.
There. You
Okay.
go.
So this fireball
Is that the
erupts.
size you need?
Yeah, 15 feet. Yeah.
This is the war chief right here. He's fine. So all three of these guys erupt in fire. Fortunately for this guy, he's able to withstand the fire, but unfortunately, two of his compatriots erupt in flames, and when the smoke subsides, their bodies are on the ground, smoking.
Including the one that was in the
Caitlin,
water.
this one is a straight cone if you want to do something straight ahead of you.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is for an angle. So
Oh, I didn't realize there was a straight one too.
All right, so this orc, having just been lit on fire, seeing his friends
by
go
his
down,
friend.
he just knows that it went on fire. He's not smart enough to know where it came from. He lets out this giant roar, and he's going to swing his great axe recklessly at Sora, directly in front of him, with two hacks. The first one is going to be 15 to armor class, which we know misses. And the second one is going to be 19 to armor class.
That hits.
So that one hits. Ooh, that's going to be 17 damage.
Oh, that guy
Ouch.
hits hard like a fucking truck.
So the first
That's
one
a lot.
misses, and the second one comes in and hits
Ooh.
and sticks. He pulls his axe out of your armor, and you have bleeding coming from underneath your armor.
Ouch.
Yeah, these guys are
Yeah, so I'm at 20. Just
They-
FYI.
Okay.
They ain't fucking around.
Well, guess what, Sora? You are up next.
Am I up? Nice. So I am going to do a fire cone this direction. That goes 15 feet.
Okay.
So 15-foot range, got a 12 dexterity for attack save. So
So I have to roll 12.
this DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your constitution. Yeah, so 12. Creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save and half as much, 3d6 on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
Okay. And you said that was dexterity
Yes.
of 12. All right, so the war chief is up first. He fails. And the berserker is 14, so he passed.
And that is in 11.
Okay. So half of that's going to be 5 because we round down. All right. So your fire breath envelops everything in front of you, and the orc directly in front of you is taking some fire, but somehow, one way or another, he's still kind of singed from before, so he doesn't take the full brunt of it. But the war chief behind him is so much larger and bigger, he takes the brunt of the fire. And again, it burns him, and he's still bleeding pretty profusely now out of his...
I do
His
enjoy how
wounds.
fire works in this world. He got burned a minute ago, so he doesn't get burned as bad now.
All right.
Now he's prepared. He knows what fire looks like.
Yeah, fire bad.
Oh yeah, that's gonna burn me. Better brace for hot
That's it. He drank some ice water this time.
Yeah.
And then,
You can move
yeah.
if you like.
I
So, something that I didn't always understand about opportunity attacks is you can actually still move around this guy. You can move right next to
Yeah.
him here or here, and that won't
However,
provoke opportunity attack. It's
or
if you
no,
get
sorry, that's Ico.
further away from him is what provokes that opportunity attack.
If you
yeah,
leave
it's if you
melee range.
move. Yeah. If you move out of attack range.
Are you done
So
with the
even
cone
for
of
things that
Duncan?
have reach, you can actually step like one step away from them. Not that this guy has reach, but
Gotcha.
as an example.
Oh, Halo reach?
Ico's kind of dinged though too. Agrum will be coming in. This guy's pretty damaged, right? I could just hit him again.
I mean, he seems hurt, but I am
Quick
uncertain
question.
how hurt.
Can you attack twice, or do you
Yes.
get a second attack if you use a melee attack?
I get a second attack if I use a melee attack. Well, it says
So-
attacks per action too.
One second.
Oh, yeah, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn.
Okay, so sorry, I was just making sure it wasn't dependent on you attacking. So your spell is an attack.
Okay. So then, as part of that attack, I could use a melee sword, and that would still just be one action. Okay. So I will do that at BB then. And it is a 12 to hit.
Hold on. Oh, that's a miss. So feeling good about your fire, you are standing slightly taller than you were. You bring your sword down and barely miss, taking a huge chunk out of him. You know what's fantastic? Sorry, I just noticed this. They must have updated something on D&D Beyond because now I can see your guys' armor class, and I can see
Oh,
your
nice.
passive. So
That's
I won't
helpful.
have to ask that anymore. All right. So is that your turn, Sora?
I still have one action left.
Okay.
So
And I can
decide-
and I can see your hit points. No, so your action. So that was where your actions. So you can attack twice per one action. So you only get one action.
Oh, you only get one action
One action
total.
total.
You don't get two actions.
Correct. You get one action, one move, and you can do a bonus. So you can still move if you want.
Okay. Gotcha. I will move then.
If you move out of his reach, he will hit you.
Yep.
So I just
You-
want to move.
I don't think you want to move. Oh,
Okay.
I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
There's no advantage to moving.
Yeah, not for you.
If you move
Yeah.
anywhere, it's easier. I mean, it's equally
Yeah,
easy
that's
for him to
cool.
just hit you. It's easy
Okay.
for
And then
him
the
to
war
step
chief.
forward and hit Ico, and the war chief can
Hit
then
you.
also still hit you. So there's nowhere you can go.
Okay. And it's just move and action that we can do.
Move action,
Yeah.
And bonus
And-
action.
but usually that's something like drawing a weapon or yelling to somebody. Sometimes you've got a bonus action as it can be a cantrip if you're powerful enough.
Right. My bonus action is just the double attack. I guess I was seeing if I could cast like a spell.
You cannot. That's considered an action.
Okay. All right. Well then, I guess I am just chilling because I don't want to move.
All right. Agrim, you are up.
Okay. Well, Sora is hurt. So what I'm going to do, since I'm in rage right now, at least on my record I had that I was still in rage. Or that I raged at the beginning of this.
Yep.
So I am going to start my frenzy attack as my bonus action, which is while in a frenzy, you can make single melee weapon attack as a bonus action each of your turns after this one, and I'll suffer 1 level of exhaustion. But that's my bonus action. And then I'm gonna go over here. I take that back. I feel like y'all got that one. I'm just gonna keep banging away on this war chief. So, and then I'm gonna attack him. Attack the water closet. So I don't know what I need to do for a hit, but I rolled, oh my gosh, a 10.
okay,
That
I
is
rolled-
a miss.
I tripped on some
Well, that
wet
was
sand coming out of the little creek there, and went to swing my axe and accidentally just hit the ground instead of hitting him. Because I'm an idiot.
Yep, that's about right. All right, you probably get another
Never
attack.
left.
Do you get another attack, or is that as your bonus action you get a second attack?
I think I did this wrong. I think I should have moved and then attacked and then bonus actioned, right? Or doesn't it matter?
I don't think it really matters. Like your bonus action was or frenzying, which doesn't start until next turn anyway. So
The issue is I haven't done damage. Oh no, it's attacked a hostile. Okay, I thought it said I thought my rage would end if I
Oh.
did damage a hostile. It's just
You just have
attacking.
to attack. Okay, gotcha.
okay.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So
Because I was like, I might have really screwed up, guys.
And you get if you I'm trying to remember your character. If you do damage, then you get a second attack, and then with your frenzy you get a bonus, or is that something different?
No,
Okay.
frenzy is my second attack as a bonus
Okay.
action.
For some reason I thought there was oh, it's because you used to dual wield and now you're
Yes.
two-handed.
So
okay,
Now I'm
that makes sense.
I am
Okay.
so I'm looking at this. So you get 2 attacks per action. So you can attack one more time.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
right.
your bonus action.
Oh, sick.
Do.
So
Where is that?
it's at the top of
Rage.
your actions. So that was why
Attacks per
you were
action.
wanting to go with the single hand, because
That's right.
it was moot for the way you built your character to have 2
Got
axes or not.
Yeah.
So even though I tripped, I use my axe to get up and swing it at the war chief again. This time rolling an 18.
That's a hit.
Ooh, nice.
Hey. And hold on, I get +2 melee damage on what this rolls as well. So 14 damage to him. And I'm swinging at him at his back.
So your axe plants into his back, pull it out, and blood squirts from his kidney, and he falls to one knee, and he's coughing up blood. Just profusely coughing up blood at this point.
Gross.
That is the end of
That
my
is your
turn.
turn? Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
So that guy's dead, that guy's dead, this guy's entangled, and he's got to do a strength check. What was it again, Aiko, to get out of this? 14?
Hold on. I don't know. Let me look. Attack save strength 14.
Okay. Please, baby Jesus. 14!
Damn it.
I rolled an 11. It's +3. So he's no longer entangled, thank goodness. But he's still in difficult terrain. So he's got to stand up, which takes his action. And so he gets to move 15 feet, so he can move 3. He's just trying to get out of this mess. Let's see here. He was right here. One.
What is that?
Actually, he's able to get out completely out of this mess. Thankfully for himself. What's up?
The difficult terrain, like, it divides your movement by something.
By half. So if you can
By half.
go 30 feet, so he can go 15 feet, which is only 3 squares because each square is 5 feet. So he's
Gotcha.
barely able to get out of there. But he had to get up, and he had to get out of there. I guess he didn't have to get up, he wasn't prone, but he was able to break free and then get out. So I guess he could, at this point, since that's... Sorry, I'm going to look at your spell really quick, sorry. I want to make sure I'm not using something
go for it.
incorrectly. Flark, getting out, doing the skill check, or doing the check shouldn't count as an action, right?
Should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
I don't believe so. I think that's just a thing that you have to do as part of being in that.
Creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
never mind.
that was his action.
That was an action. Oh,
Perfect. All right.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to be the
Cool.
dungeon master. You know what? Something they don't tell you about being the dungeon master is you get your ass kicked a lot.
That's your whole role, your whole job.
Is to get my ass kicked.
Your ass kicked.
So sometimes
How
when
we
I
have fun.
throw a fireball and it hits and even kills some of my own people, I feel satisfaction. All right, so this guy is out of it. Thank goodness for him, but that is his turn. This guy is going to use his skill check to try to get out of it. He needs a 14 as well. Ooh, it's a 12. What is his plus? He breaks free as well. So that is his action. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh. And she barely breaks out of the entanglement. She's very excited to get in on the fight. And
I'm sure.
After that turn, it is right back to Aiko.
I have a quick question about these like potions that we bought.
Yes, sir.
What do we? Is that an action to take the potion?
Usually, yes.
And it seems like we're hurting over here. So I also have like +6 medicine.
I can heal, so don't worry.
You can
too
heal.
much about me.
You can heal
Okay.
as well, Aiko. So you can choose to heal yourself too.
Ooh. Might do that. Let's see. So that wouldn't be a spell. Okay, let me see here. Where does this describe how I can heal myself? I
So
guess. Is that
you
under
have
Sure.
mending, which is a... Oh wait, no, it breaks the cherry. So you have cure wounds, which is a level... You can do it at level 1, 2, or 3. So you can cast that on yourself. You get 1d8 plus whatever. Or if you do that at level 2, it's 2d8 plus 3. Or level 3, 4, depending on what you need to do. You also... I gave you a Moonstaff of Healing.
Right.
You have 10 charges on this thing.
Yeah.
So you can choose lesser cure wound, or lesser restoration, cure wounds. So the only thing you need to be careful about, so the caveat to this staff is you can cast a 4th level spell, but that uses up 4 charges. So
Of the 10, okay.
Of the 10, yes. So, but that would also save you from one of your spells if you needed to cast something else. Or you could do lesser restoration, but that's 2 charges. But you don't need lesser restoration. Is not going to be curing wounds. You can do mass cure wounds, but that's 5 charges. In a 30-foot radius, you get to choose up to 6 creatures and heal them with 3d8 plus 3.
Wow.
So that's slightly different. It doesn't heal everyone's wounds. It would just heal whoever you choose.
Cool. All right, so I think I'm just gonna cast a spell. And is this so for second level spells? I just get 3 per like long rest.
Yes.
So maybe I'll just do the first level Cure Wounds
Okay.
on myself.
All right. So go ahead and
All
roll.
right. Yep. Oh, wah.
Yeah. 8's not bad. The max was 11.
Okay. Right.
So you get 11 hit points back.
All right. So that was my action. Now what do I do? Run away?
You can try
And
to run.
honestly, I would stay behind the giant dragon.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna
It's a
hang out
solid
here.
meat shield.
Stay right here. Can I move one over so this bow does?
Yeah, you
I'm just
can.
kidding.
You can move over if you want.
No, we're good.
All right.
I'll stand
I
here.
feel like this crazy Axeman over yonder. Might
So
be-
I
Yeah,
would.
it's a rock and a hard place, really.
I'm gonna. So Aiko, I'd like for you to role play what that spell is like. What that does.
Right. So I close my eyes briefly and kind of bow down, and I make a motion with my hands, and suddenly you can see like my hair and my arms kind of start to go up, and I have a more invigorated look in my eye, and I open my eyes, and I'm much healthier.
Nice.
Sick.
Just to be sure, I don't want to be a stickler, but I'm gonna just double check something. Wonderful. That is not a concentration spell.
Oh, good point.
I mean, it wouldn't matter probably too much.
At this point,
There's
yeah.
only one guy.
Two of
It-
3 people are out of
yeah.
it.
It does still create difficult terrain, so they kind of have to.
That's true.
But
the guy in the back has to go like around it.
it
But
would not have been the worst thing.
yeah.
All right, so somehow this guy is still rearing. It's because he's fighting so hard to get out of this goddamn entanglement, and he's gonna fight to get out again. And he rolls an 11 plus 3, so 14 for him as well.
He did it. He's
Ah.
free.
So he can move 4 after that because he got out of difficult terrain right away. Didn't take all 3.
Straight to jail.
But that was his man, he's ready to get in the fight. He's got to do nothing at all in this whole fight. Now this young lady, seeing her new target, this tiny little dwarf, is going to pull out 2 arrows again and aim a little bit down and fire them right at Agrim.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. So that's okay. So it was 18 to armor class. So one of them
That
hits.
hits.
All right. So that is going to be. My God, that one. That can't be it. Okay. Like, there's no way an arrow hits for 1d12. And the answer is it doesn't.
That would be the biggest ass. It was fired from an arbalest?
Yes, it's a giant arrow. All right. You're raging, right?
Yep.
So you're going to have this damage, which is going to be 9. So take 4. 4 damage.
Brutal.
Yep. Okay.
So
4 damage.
Yep. So 2 arrows come right at you. One whiz by. One doesn't actually whiz by you. It just goes and flies off because she sucks.
Because I'm short.
Because
It goes
I
through
don't
my
know.
hair.
And then the second one actually sticks in your shoulder, but you're just in this absolute madness. You're smelling blood. You've doled out some pain, and all you do is flex your shoulder, and it pops out really quickly.
It's pretty dope.
Sick.
What's up?
Sick.
I'm kind of a big deal, guys. All right, Flark, you're up.
Okay. So right now, I see 2 orcs that have been causing a bit of a ruckus. So I'm going to point my left hand at the guy standing in front of Sora, and I'm gonna point my right hand at the war chief, and coils of green hellfire are going to wrap themselves around my hands, and 2 bolts are gonna fire out, 1 at each. So let's see, what is my plus on this roll?
I don't know.
Okay. The +7. So
Oh, that's a lot.
roll number 1.
Some really nice DM is giving
What's
you some
18
bonuses.
plus 20? What? Wait, okay. So this is, I'm gonna go left hand then right hand, just
Okay,
order. So what's 18 plus 7?
25.
25. Does that hit? Does
Well,
that hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Does that,
Of course
does
it
that
does.
hit? Okay. Okay. So he's going to take 3 plus 8 is 11 damage.
Okay.
Does he survive?
That one is definitely gonna kill him.
Okay.
Nope.
So that green bolt just goes straight between his eyes, pops out the other side, and he just straight down in front of Sora.
Nope.
All right. Second attack on the war chief. Really wish I would have attacked him first, but does a 19 do it?
The hits.
Okay. He takes 10.
That's a killing blow.
Oh.
Hey.
You get all of the temporary hit points, man. I swear to God.
That's
I know.
good because I
So-
don't get any.
To be honest, my intent there was not necessarily to kill them, but with those attacks, if I don't kill them, I can push them. I was going to give you both attacks of opportunity to try to get the finishing blows.
Ooh, that would
But
be
instead,
sweet.
I'm just going to murder him. Like, I mean, this one, he took so many axes to the chest. This bolt, I went through the opening in his armor right where his heart probably was, and just punched a giant fist-sized hole straight through it.
Well
Like it.
done. Because you weren't gonna like what happened next.
What happened next?
Well, what was
think
going
he
to
was-
happen next?
I think he was
Well,
going to do
okay,
some
what was
stuff.
So,
Was it gonna
Fork,
hurt?
it is still your turn.
Yes, I can technically still move.
Yes.
I'm just gonna, where am I? I'm just gonna go stand next to Sora. You know?
Your
her
Eldritch
and I are-
Blast does 1d10 plus 4. What idiot gave you
No,
plus...
it's 1d10 plus 8.
Oh, it's
I
because
get
my...
I get an extra plus 4 because of the cloak you gave me.
That was stupid. I
and
didn't do that.
it's 2 attacks. I can do that twice.
You guys are going to
I'm
have some
insane.
really big monsters attacking you.
And every time I hit, I can push them 10 feet,
That's crazy,
regardless of size.
man. That's crazy.
It is busted. I'm busted.
You are broken. Alright, so that's your
I'm a
turn.
Maniac. That is my turn.
Alright. Our friend, seeing this happen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can make it to Agram. And he is going to take out his great axe. And he's going to recklessly swing at Agram twice in an attempt to foe his beast, or fell his beast.
I'm
Fell his
You
foe.
don't want to get hit. This guy hits hard.
Don't worry.
Oh,
One of them is a
you have
1.
You have resistance.
Actually, so this is my first attack, so never mind. So that's going to be... Sorry, 17 to attack damage, or to armor class,
That
which I
hits.
think hits. And then I get to do one more attack. Ooh, this one's not 11. So
That
one
does not hit.
hits. And as he's coming in for the second one, he misses because you take 15 damage.
Halved.
Half. So
So
7. God, that sucks.
Dude, that's so powerful.
It's so
And he
powerful.
has so many hit points. Like,
So many.
I've been hit a
points.
lot.
yeah. Where are you at? Like 40?
I'm just going to go ahead and say he
something?
needs it.
Well, I mean, sure.
I do need that many hit points because like I get hit a lot.
But that's great because you're just soaking it up. And I now have an
Yeah.
idea for an item for you. So, that is his
Giant
turn.
sponge.
Somehow he hits
Platform
you,
shoes,
and
so I'm taller.
again, exactly, and he hits, and he starts to sink into your skin. But just as he does, again, you kind of flex, you grimace just slightly, and just that little bit pops the blade out of your skin, and he goes by.
Those pecs.
He's kind of looking at his blade. It's like, well, what's wrong with it? It should be sharp. He's been hitting too many rocks.
All that scraping of the sidewalls.
Because you guys have killed so many people, it's now Sora's turn.
Alright, so I'm feeling a little bit winded at this point in time. You can tell I'm visibly starting to get a little bit tired. So I go ahead and I just touch my wounds and use my lay on hands pool to heal myself 30 HP.
Shit.
That's very many HPs.
Yeah, I saved 5 just in case.
So that was your.
When does that reset for you?
Long rest.
I have a feeling we'll probably long rest after this anyway.
I'm fine.
Actually, I'm kind of fine too.
I'm at I have 11 more hit points than I started the night with.
Well, you know what?
The guy who never gets hit, except for this last time. But then you only
I
get
have-
7
It
damage.
did get through my temporary hit points, and I just
Yeah.
replenished them.
And then I'm just gonna move 1.
Alright. So that was your action to do the heal, so you don't get another action for attack. So you moved, and it is Agrim's turn.
I think you should chop his head off.
Agrim Stormhammer.
Well, chop his what off?
Head.
Head?
His-
You think
his-
head? All
His
right.
butt.
Yeah.
The butt fetish has returned.
I love
I have-
watching Patrick drink because it looks like he's drinking something that our sponsors can't see. It's something
Oh, because
because
it
it
blurs
blurs it out.
Yeah.
Do you like my Christmas fireplace?
It is
I do.
very festive.
Looks nice and cozy.
Makes me feel warm.
Does.
All right, sorry.
So I have a question,
Yes, sir.
real quick. Side note. So I have 2 attacks per action. If I attack the guy in front of me once and he dies,
Mhm.
can I then move and use that second attack for the action on someone else?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I'm
You
gonna
could-
attack this dude.
You could even move to attack somebody and only use like 10 feet of your action, kill this guy, use the rest of your movement to go somewhere else and attack. So you can
Yeah.
break things up. even
Okay.
that way.
Yeah, I really like. I don't think they let you do that in 4th edition.
Nope.
5th edition, I really like that. It's just like let you have this much movement in your turn. Use it at whatever point you want, when between things. It makes
Yep.
sense.
It does. Because in 6 seconds you can go da-da-da, hit, da-da-da, hit.
Alright, so I'm gonna move 5 feet this way to kind of like surprise him instead of just attacking him face on, but then I'm gonna
So-
attack BA.
Agrim, because this guy was swinging recklessly at you,
Oh.
you now have advantage against him. So roll 2 d20s.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck. Oh,
I don't know why I
suck.
So
keep
my
doing this
hit-
to myself,
You
but
get-
I do.
You get a.
Er,
You get up to because you get up to 3 attacks this turn, right? Because you were frenzied.
So you can like.
Yep.
Adrian's
So-
gonna fuck some shit up.
I guess we're rolling advantage hit on
Yeah.
this guy. 26. Does that hit?
Slightly, a little
Is
bit.
is that enough?
Good enough.
Alright.
Shut up. Hurt my
This
feelings.
is also plus 2 more. Son of a gun. That's 9
Darn, okay.
damage.
Does not kill him.
Does not kill him. So now I have to attack him again, which is fine.
You have to. That's very unfortunate.
I
How
know.
unlucky.
Oh, you're gonna
Uh,
need to. Well,
I
I
gotta
guess
roll twice.
doesn't
So,
matter.
25 is the better one.
Yeah, that hits. Your shitty one of 20 hit too.
Of course, cause like the one where it was like saving throw, I was like, oh cool, I'll roll a 3. Alright, so this one hits for 15.
So don't you also get a bonus if you hit twice with the Axe of Duality in one turn?
I don't have a gun. There's so much stuff to keep track of.
Do math.
But yeah. Let's see here. Acts of duality. +2 bonus attack, or +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls when fighting in melee range. Oh, I gain an additional 2d8 plus 2d8 damage. Okay. Well, we're rolling.
You're busted. I think I'm busted. Look at you. Holy shit. You are a single target DPS machine.
4. Wow, that sucks. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Oh, that's. I mean, that's not ideal, but it's okay.
That was enough to push him to death. So go ahead and roleplay how he's gonna die.
Oh, that was.
Well, as I run by, I kind of come through and stick my axe right into his gut, which hurts him a bit, and then I pull the axe out, swing it around, and chop off his head most of the way. It's not all the way done, but my extra damage gave me that little extra push to finish it off, and his head rolls right at Sora's feet. And I turn to Sora and say, "A gift, my friend."
You have weird gifts, man.
But wait,
he's like a cat.
I'm like
You
Billy
want this?
Mays. There's more.
Oh, dwarf cat.
I get to finish the rest of my movement over to D and use my bonus action to attack D. I don't get advantage on this one.
Not on
right?
this guy, no.
Okay. 27.
Yeah, it hits.
I feel like you maybe didn't need advantage.
Probably not. And oh gosh, 9 again.
Okay. So this one gets a healthy swing into her side and goes between her ribs and punctures her lung. You pull it out, and she's bleeding out the side of her rib cage.
What?
Very much so. But
What's your damage roll on that? Just like what are you rolling?
1d12 plus 6, and then plus another 2 because I'm raged. So I get +8. I've rolled a 1 twice.
I was gonna say I keep seeing
turn.
7s. You rolled a 1 on a 2012
Twice.
multiple
No.
times. Wow, that's terrible.
I can
One
see
here.
it too. It's all right in the game log. All right.
That's not great.
So I think that's your turn. You've done enough. Thank you very much.
Good lord,
Um,
you're a maniac.
You are not at all
I mean, that's
sorry.
literally
He
it.
does not even feel sort of bad.
I had to prove that I'm, helpful in some sort.
can
Oh,
do
people are
stuff
coming
too.
closer.
so
Oh, this
this
is
guy is
great.
coming to
Yeah, you
get,
enraged the DM.
to get them.
You might feel some pain.
This guy is not able to make it to you and attack. So congratulations. But he's looking like he wants to fight.
You're
Looking
like,
like he's
"Boing."
gonna die.
This guy really has no idea who to attack. So
Like,
she's gonna take whoever's closest, which is this little scrawny man. She's She's
Who
gonna
you
pull
calling
out
scrawny?
2 arrows,
I
and she's
exercise.
gonna attack with both arrows at Orc and hope she hits. Ooh, 12 and
Nope.
15.
One hits.
One hits. I'm gonna change this to 2000 D6 attack. Ah, shit, 4 damage.
She fired a nuclear weapon at him. It's amazing.
Guys, the
That was
Faerun is gone.
unlucky.
So you
4
take
damage,
4
you
damage,
said?
yep. They don't even take care of your temporary hit points.
No.
So she
I
puts
still
2
have
arrows.
7 temporary hit points.
One absolutely just goes off into the distance, and the second one hits, and it doesn't quite pierce all the way through your cloak. It hits your
It
cloak and scratches
Kinda
you.
looks like it hits like
A shield.
blood red shimmering shield
Ooh.
that just kind of drops to the ground.
You must smell like iron a lot.
Mm.
To which
Anybody
you
else,
just say,
does anybody else
"Ow."
taste pennies?
Yeah, it's because I've, people have done 39 points of damage against me.
All right, Aiko.
I hear you. I had 33.
Oof.
All right.
About that more.
So
It's all right,
Aiko's concentration breaks, and then he looks up again and casts another entangle spell. So I can just do this, right? I can just move
Yep.
my entangle spell.
Yep.
Oh.
What level is this
Aw.
one going to be at? Level 1?
I was gonna do level 1 again. Yeah.
Okay. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Can you attack?
Uh-uh.
Can you do the same spell? Sorry, I'm just.
I don't know.
Flark might know this. Can you cast the same spell twice before a long rest? Or can you cast any spell you want as long as you have a slot for it?
Assuming druid spells work like warlock spells or wizard spells, I don't actually know druid rules in 5th edition, but the way that spell slots work for the caster classes I know is if you know the spell, you can cast it as many times as you want until you've expended your spell slots. So like
It doesn't say anything.
I get 2 spells per short rest. So I can cast like I could cast a fireball twice. It's fine. But I don't have the answer for the rules for druids because it sounds like druids have a slightly different spell casting system because it sounds like his is like he has like level 1, level 2, and level 3 spells. Mine are all basically just cast at the highest level. They just get like bonuses as I cast them at that, but I only get 2.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't think I learned enough about this before here. So, because I mean, I have like according to the D&D Beyond, it has like first level, second level, third level. Like some of the spells can be cast at higher levels than the first level, and it has 4 slots next to first level, 3 slots next to second level and third level. That's like a lot of slots, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can use all those, or is that just
So I just remember in past iterations, if you cast one spell, that spell is gone until you do a
Yeah.
long
Okay.
rest. But
that's cool?
since
Yeah.
there's spell slots, something tells me it's just you can cast the same spell 4 times, but you can only cast 4 spells in this level. That's what I'm thinking.
I would guess that it's
Let's
I
play.
would guess it is like that because that's
That makes
like
sense.
I said, that's the 2 spell classes I know about. That's the way that it works. I think they did that because the old style was kind of a pain in the ass because like you had to like prepare your spells. And you're like,
Yes.
which spells do I have access to this day? Even though you knew more of them.
Yeah.
So I think the way they've changed it is you have this many spells you can cast. These are the ones you know.
So here's something
Makes
I
it match.
literally just read, at least for clerics and druids. You can change your spells at a long rest at any time. So Aiko, you have Beast Bond, Cure Wounds, and Entangle, and you're like, fuck Beast Bonds. On my next long rest, I'm going to choose this spell that I have access to, and that's one that you can now use. That's any long rest, so you can kind of do that.
Okay.
I don't know. So that's something I just read.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I think I cannot do that. But I think at like level ups, I can rework spells.
Yep. Which even if D&D says you can't, I say you can because if there's a spell you chose and you're like, this sucks.
This
I
sucks.
hate it so much.
And you're the dungeon master.
I never find it useful.
Yeah.
You can change it. All right, so yes, go ahead, cast the spell. Sorry.
Okay. Oh. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna do that.
Dude, he just got out of it.
Come on, man.
Okay.
I mean, technically, like this guy is in range of shooting arrows at us, right? He probably doesn't care. He can move
Yeah.
anymore.
At this
Oh,
point,
he can still shoot arrows while he's in. Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't know
it
that.
prevents them from moving, but they can
Right.
still
Which is
Well,
whatever.
it's fine.
all right.
It means that berserker can't murder us.
That's what you'd like to think.
I mean, it can murder Agrum, but not me,
So,
and that's what's
All right.
important.
Aiko, is that your turn? Would you like to move?
I'm
I
not
think
getting
that's my
murdered.
turn.
I don't think so. They have to hit you for a bajillion hit points to kill you.
And I'm taking half damage on.
I
pretty
mean,
much
that's why
everything
I
do.
said bajillion, because you're at what, like 40? You're still at 43, right?
Yeah.
So they have to hit you for 86 damage.
Right.
Oh, he's here too.
So E
That's
is
a lot.
charging into the battle, and
Oh.
he gets right in front of Agram. And he's breathing really heavy, so he has to wait.
Ah, sucker. Rule number 1 is cardio.
D, having this tiny little creature in front of her, drops her bow, pulls out a little hand axe that's next to her, and starts a chop right at Igram's head.
With the baby axe.
Fuck! So she
And misses 'cause I'm
she
so
tries
short.
to do this really cool little flip move, so she pulls it out, flips it up, goes to grab it, and it flings out of her hand. She drops it.
Well, you know.
Was that a 1?
Yep. It's fun. This is fun. I like this game. It's good.
We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff.
Flark, you're up.
Okay.
I think you should go after the archer.
Do you want me to go after the archer or everyone that's around you?
Everyone that's around me?
Yeah, I'm
not
gonna
worried too much
I'm gonna
about
shout
me.
out. You good, Agram?
I'm good.
All right. So I'm just gonna like point two fingers
No.
at
The archer.
this archer, and I'm gonna start with the left hand and just a little fire off a green blast straight at her face, and this is a 26.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that might
This
do
is
it.
a D, right?
Yeah. Wait, which one?
F.
F. No, this is an F.
F.
One all by
okay.
themselves.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Yeah. So they take 18 damage.
Okay. Well, that's a killing blow right there.
So she's finally got moving, walked out, fired a shot at me, hit a weird shield, vines wrapped up around her, and then as she was trying to figure out what the fuck happened again, a blast of green energy just took her straight in the chest, and she's kind of bent over, but the vines are still holding her up, so like she's bent over weirdly. Just kind of dangling. She had a bad
Nice.
day.
That's
Should have real bad
fucked
day.
up, man.
And
You can go after one of the others. I don't care.
yeah, I'm gonna. So I was gonna double fire, and then she died. So I just kind of like last minute kind of turn, and like this BD guy is kind of right in my line. So I'm gonna try to light them up.
You guys have been rolling so
Okay,
good.
I did not.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I rolled
Okay.
2 ones in one turn.
How does a 14 do?
14's a hit.
It's good for him to be bad.
Yep.
That's 18
Jesus.
damage.
Okay.
I rolled 2 10s in a row
That's
on
pretty
my
good.
damage rolls out of
So,
10. That's pretty
This
decent.
green shot hits him in the chest and actually blows clean through his chest. And he looks down at it, and he looks right at you. And he doesn't seem to be too pleased with you.
I have a question now.
Yes.
I don't know how this interaction works. He's currently entangled in these vines. I can move a character 10 feet if I
5.
hit them. So he can only move 5 now?
Let's
'cause it's
call it
difficult
5 because
terrain?
he's in difficult terrain.
That's fair. So I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
If it was 10, I would have done it because then Agram would have gotten an attack of opportunity.
Is this
Five.
this
5
guy's
just moves
flying
him
back?
out. Yeah, 5 just moves
My
him
bad.
out of the vines, which
It's
is
like an alley-oop.
No, it's good.
helpful to him.
Sometimes I vine too much, guys. I'm sorry. I get carried away.
I
Just
just
start
love
vining
my
everybody.
vines.
You're so stuck in 2010 or
I love
whenever
that.
Vine was
back when Vine was a thing.
I don't think.
We're gonna
Well,
be
maybe it
planking
was.
soon.
I don't know. Ugh.
All
I'm
right.
old. I'm old.
That is that's the end of my turn.
That's it. That was a real
Yeah.
shitty turn, man.
That was
Let me tell you.
terrible. I
Did you give
killed
yourself
one person.
the
Wow.
temp-
Oh, actually, I did kill somebody. I got my
did kill
temporary hit points
someone.
back up to full. Oh shit.
Oh, that's
okay.
good. I was very worried.
Ooh, that was concerning. I might have taken real physical damage. I don't know how I'd respond. Poorly,
All right.
probably.
Sora, you get to play.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
commit
come up here.
murders.
No.
You know,
Smack him.
I'll help Agrim out. So then I'm gonna use my
Quick
sword.
question, Sora. What is your movement speed?
30.
Mm-hmm,
I think I can go 6 spaces.
You can go 6 spaces.
So you were here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could flank this guy.
Oh, I forgot that's a thing, huh?
Then you have advantage.
Gives you advantage.
That sounds good.
Sorry if I sneezed into everyone's ears.
It was very quiet.
Couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it didn't do it.
All right.
Do you have
Thank
the
God.
Discord?
Discord, man.
Well, I hit the
So-
mute button, but it still went up on my stream thing, so.
Oh,
So I'll roll the
I
hit,
like this one. It has the button right there.
and I rolled a 20.
Ooh,
I
that's
did
his
love
hit.
that feature.
Not
on
a
that
not a
website.
not a nat 20
But just a 20 total. On E, that's a hit.
for 13 damage.
Okay. So your first attack comes in, and you hit him right between the neck and his shoulder, and you cut straight through his clavicle. And he drops his left arm, and you pull it out, and blood is spurting out, and he's barely hanging on.
Well, good thing I've got a second attack.
It'd be real disappointing if you missed.
Woohoo!
I
With
hope you
advantage.
definitely don't miss.
22 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
Oh, jeez.
You don't even need
It's
to.
pretty good.
Yeah, your plus will take care of him. All right,
Tap
Go
the
ahead and-
destroyer.
that is a killing blow. Go ahead and roleplay it.
So I remember the gift Agrim gave me earlier. So I come through, and since I am of taller stature than Agrim, I just clean slice this guy's head right off, right onto Agrim's head. Lightly.
Somehow, this gigantic dragonborn has the grace and to just chop this head off and fall right on Agrim.
Okay.
Gross.
Very gross.
I really hope it's my turn next because I have something.
It
to do
is.
with that.
It is your turn.
Awesome. So as this orc head lands on top of my head, I use it to fuel my bloodlust and attack. Let's go with BD
Okay.
That's
as
a
my
good choice.
first attack.
He's got a big old hole in his shoulder. Put your axe inside of it.
16?
He's got
Swing it
BD
around.
energy. That's a hit.
Awesome.
Big dwarf energy.
Big dwarf energy. Okay.
13 damage because it's
13.
plus 2.
Okay. So your attack hits, and just like you're chopping a tree, you pull it out, and blood goes out with the sword or with the axe. He is hurting now. He's starting to bleed more and more.
Okay, well then as I pull it out and like I'm chopping a tree, you kind of go from down below a little bit, but in the same spot. And 25 is probably going to hit as well.
That's a hit.
Even if
This
you don't kill him
time-
with this damage, you get your bonus damage.
12 damage.
Okay. So this one, you hit the other part, and just like you're chopping a tree, that fleshy
The
part
chunk.
between the two flies out, and he stumbles to a knee, and he is definitely hurting now.
And for the bonus damage, 4.
You did it again.
This is what we would
Okay.
just call a
Oh,
dot,
damn it.
a damage over time. It's just the blood came out of him so much that he's hurting a little bit more now.
So much blood. I feel it's probably best to just take him out, right?
I mean, I think he's the one that's gonna hit the hardest. The other one has the shitty axe that they dropped
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
ground.
that's fair.
So
So
kill
we're
him.
gonna use the bonus action to attack him again. Cause screw that guy. 24
That's a hit.
hits. And ooh, 19 damage.
Finally. So this last
There's a big
hit
roll.
just almost makes it. You hit him in the chest, and the axe goes all the way into his lung and almost hits his heart. You pull it out, and a rib flies out with it, and he's just standing there, barely able to move.
Son of a gun.
What?
Barely. With
What?
all of his strength. So Agram, is that your move? Are you gonna move? Or are you good?
I'm good.
So
I'm good.
with absolutely all of
Can't
his
believe you
might,
didn't kill him.
he's going to try. So he's got his great axe in his one arm, and he's gonna just lift it up and try to hit Agram, and then with all of his might, bring it down on top of Agram.
It's gonna be too slow.
I'm still
He's
flabbergasted.
also
That guy
doing
has
this
1 HP left.
recklessly, so he gets advantage.
I get advantage?
No, well, you will
Oh,
after this.
he gets advantage on
He
me.
gets
Okay.
advantage. Okay.
Deep
Oh,
breath.
that definitely hits. So that was a 22 versus
Okay.
armor class in the first one. Oh, and a
Oh, so he's
Whoa.
critting.
Oh.
so I don't do crits the same way as you guys do, though. So just keep that in mind.
I mean,
Okay.
he's still gonna wound you.
All right. So the first hit is going to do 16 damage.
8.
8.
So 8, and then the second one's going to do 22 damage
Oh.
because that's his crit.
Okay.
So 11. So you're at 24. Okay. So somehow he is able to bring it up, and he slices up your chest and grazes. But as it brings it down, he's able to latch it into your shoulder and pull it out, and you've got a nice cut in your shoulder now.
Didn't flex that one out.
Yeah, he couldn't flex that one out. It is now back to the top of the order, Aiko.
All right.
He's feeling more confident now.
A little bit. Just get out there, shoot some more vines at
Basically
somebody.
dead. My vines will protect me. Let me just whop. Fucking guys, whop
All right. And
Get 'em.
I
Whip 'em.
get a look of concentration on my face, and my hands throw towards BD, and my thorn whip comes out. All right.
Is that what they
That's
call
cool,
it?
right? So 30 feet, is that the right amount?
6
Can I hit him
spaces.
from
So
here?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
All right. 20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That'll it.
And 6.
All right. Not surprising, but that's killing blow. So go ahead and role play how you're going to kill this guy.
So he's already bleeding and really struggling, and as he's trying to recover from his recent attack, my thorns come out, whip him, and it pushes him over the edge. And he stares off into space, trying to figure out where the thorns came from. Collapses to his knees, falls down.
He is dead.
BED.
Haven't really
Sad.
killed many people.
Man, I tell you what, you've definitely done the most damage of anyone after.
But
for me.
also,
It's like
Luck has done a lot of
took like
damage.
20 off of my.
Fuck is sneaky.
All
Fuck is
right.
sneaky damage.
Aiko, is that your turn?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's
All right.
my turn.
So seeing his comrades dying, she goes to pick up the axe. She looks up at Agram, and she just puts up her arms. That's her turn. Flark, you're up.
Clark is chaotic evil, I think.
It's chaotic good.
I'm chaotic good.
Neutral?
No, I'm chaotic good.
Okay.
Most of the
We
time.
don't know where the entrance to this thing is still yet, do we? Can we like?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask. Do you speak common?
Yes.
I don't remember why we're here. What are we doing?
I did a recap. You're
For the
here to
dungeon.
find
I
Durnan.
already forgot.
Durnan in the Tomb of Horrors?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's looking for an artifact.
Yeah. Do you know where the Tomb of Tombs is?
So, before I answer this question, are you all okay with being out of combat?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh.
I think Ingram really
She's
wanted
almost
to.
dead anyway.
Ingram really wanted to commit a murder.
Nah, it's fine. We can get some information.
Okay.
I also
Let's see.
considered myself chaotic good, so if someone
I don't
like
know what this is. This song is, but we're gonna try it. Isaac. No, we looking.
But no finding?
Not yet. You kill my family. I like to go now.
can't argue with that.
Sure. Okay. Best of luck to you. Tell your
Shrugs.
friends not to attack us, lest they suffer the same fate. If you have
Oh.
friends that aren't dead already.
She goes, okay. She picks up the axe, and she goes and lunges at Agram with it.
Wow!
I knew it was gonna happen.
What
I
a
knew it.
dick!
Because I'm no longer raging, so I no longer get
And she comes down.
resistance.
This could be a 19 to armor class.
That
Oh,
hits.
that'll hit.
But it's not going to hurt that bad. It's only 4 damage.
I'm at
So
20.
she comes down and puts it into, just slides off of you a little bit, and now she's at your mercy. So
I mean, the obvious solution is we have to kill her now. I think Agram gets the honors.
I was like,
He was the one who was attacked. He has been wronged.
I just look around at everyone and I'm like, do you mind?
and
And as I spin back around, just bring my axe and go straight for the throat. Now this would be just regular
oh yeah,
23.
that hits.
Regular 23.
The old regular.
Yeah, just 16 damage.
All right, that is a killing blow.
And with that, the orc falls down backward into the creek. The creek is just stained with blood, and it slowly carries away the head of the orc into Aiko's thorns, where there it rests.
Yeah.
And I turn to Aiko and I say, "A gift for you too, friend."
Gifts have weird gifts. All right.
Dwarf.
So
should
thus
see his
ends
gifts.
the encounter. Do you guys want to take a quick break,
Yeah, that'd be great.
and then we'll come back? And
Perfect.
all right.
As soon as you asked if everyone was okay being out of combat, I was like, he's gonna do something.
So, you guys just murdered everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I gotta get rid of this person's body.
I think we, are the bodies still on the ground?
Yep,
Well, I
they
guess
are.
they didn't find the tomb, so.
Let
The
those
bodies
bodies do
are
those
all
ones.
over the floor. So, at this stage, you guys can check the bodies. You can take 15 and look around your surroundings. Tell me what you'd like to do.
I'm gonna go check the war chief's body.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. But you know what? That BD guy was pretty powerful. So I'm gonna check BD's body
Okay.
after.
I mean, maybe we just check all the bodies.
So as you guys are going through the bodies, every one of them has that same black sash with silver lining. Every
Which
single one
Flark
of
is
them has
wearing,
it.
right?
Which
I
Flark
am
has.
currently wearing one of those.
They all have them. They're certainly not in as good a shape as the one that Flark has. They're all soiled, dirty, tattered, ripped up.
Bloody.
They're very bloodied now as you go through them. None of them really have any weapons that are better than what you have. They're standard iron great axes, or bows, or arrows, until you come across the war chief. You look at the war chief, and you notice he's got a satchel, which is about big enough to have 3-4 stones inside. And as you open the satchel, oopsie-daisy, you see that there's 3 stones inside of it. There's one. Let's get it right. One that's orange, one that's blue, and one that is purple.
Well, that seems fitting.
I agree.
And no green?
That's 350. I would like to inspect the stones and do an Arcana check to see if I recognize them as some kind of magical stone that I recognize.
All right.
Yeah. I got a 16.
16. So you see these stones, and they're definitely not a normal stone. You look at this orange one, and they all have a magical property to them, but they aren't full. You get the sense that you can actually place a spell inside each one of these stones, and you can make them, for lack of a better term, erupt in different ways.
They're like spell grenades.
Yes, so you find one blue, one purple, and one orange. They're all very flat in color. After a brief inspection, you do feel the magic is being sucked into these stones. After several minutes, you've definitely determined that these stones have the ability to hold spells. At any time out of combat, you may imbue a spell into a specific stone. If you wish to do this during combat, it takes a full action, as though you were casting the spell. Each stone has a unique property to release the spell. Once a spell is placed into the stone, it cannot be undone, and you may only use each stone once. The orange stone, which is the one that you guys saw fly at you, when thrown, the impact releases the spell and is cast where it lands. This can be done as a bonus action. The blue stone.
That's busted.
This stone erupts on command, with a word spoken by the one who implanted the spell. The spell erupts from where the stone is at that moment the command is spoken. This can be done as a free action. Now that's just saying to the spell. You still have to spend an action to drop it if you're in combat. But all you have to do is say the word, and boom. Purple stone. The stone feels the most unstable of them all. This stone can be used like either the orange or the blue stone. What you aren't sure is the efficacy of the spell is to either remain intact, or if the spell will wane slightly, or possibly be more powerful. When attaching the spell to this stone, roll a d20 and give the DM your roll.
Oh, secrets. Okay.
All right, so definitely we want to put entanglement in all three, right?
Just fucking vines everywhere. Got him. It's just a field of vines.
So, you guys don't have to keep these all together. You can choose what spells you put in, and one person, you can give them away. What I am going to do is I'm going to put this into Flark's inventory,
Makes
just
sense.
so you can read it. But you guys need to just make sure you know who's got what and what spells and which one. Should you do it?
Sure. I usually don't have any free actions to throw these or set them down or whatever, so I will probably not take any. However, what we could do is potentially put a healing spell in one of them.
I think I might have some decent healing spells.
As just a thought. We don't
Yeah,
have to.
my healing spells only do 5. My lay on hands is like a different thing.
Okay, so we should just not do that then.
But Aiko might.
Yeah.
I also have, I have healing potions too. So maybe we go with damage.
I have a variety of pain-inducing spells.
That
So-
makes the most sense.
Keep in mind that it does expand a spell slot because you're basically putting your spell into it.
Right.
So you have to have the spell slot for it, and it is use that up.
Right. So yeah, I mean, so for me, I like if we wanted to like preload these bad boys, it would require 2 short rests because I only get 2 spells per short rest. So
So if you guys don't want to, so just as I know that Aiko's might be changing some spells based that we've gone through one encounter.
Right.
mhm.
So just keep that in mind as well.
I'm fine with just back pocketing them for now. We can
Sure.
wait and see.
Yeah.
Maybe Aiko comes back next encounter with some new exciting spells that we think would be super sick to be able to just like huck out as a bonus thing, and or use as a booby trap like the blue one.
Right.
Yeah, and we throw the orange one and it turns everyone in the vicinity to fish or something.
Yeah.
I'll just look for the fish spell.
There you
go.
The fish transmogrification spell. Standard druid, I think level 2.
Yep.
Well, then we have Flark throw a fireball and we call it a fish fry.
Yeah.
Delicious.
1d4.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys have examined all the bodies. That's really the only thing of interest, apart from
Pretty
the
interesting.
sashes that all of them possess.
I think all y'all should find the most intact sashes and put them on. Maybe try to hide the bloodstains. Wash them off in the creek.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably wash them off real quick. I think that's a good idea.
So now you guys have some very wet sashes,
Gross.
are-
Section.
less bloody than they were before, but
Hold
they're
on,
still
can I
little.
do I have a cantrip? Can I dry these out? Hold up, maybe I have a thing.
They're still gonna be bloody.
Well, sure.
Well, actually, I might have one. I get mending.
Ooh.
Well, it repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. Yeah. I don't know if that would
Oh. Hold on. Prestidigitation. I can instantaneously clean an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. But I mean, that's pretty big. I feel like a sash easily fits in a cubic foot.
Put all 3 in a cubic foot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just prestidigitate them to clean.
They've been
I feel like we're just gonna be
prestidigitated.
wearing these
You guys
forever
just have these sashes.
for no reason.
I don't know what this means, but I'm gonna
Listen,
wear it. I've seen the
I
movie
had
Tombstone.
no idea, but we keep running into people wearing these sashes. At some point, somebody's like, "Let me see your sash," and we'll be like, "Look, we're in the club." And they'll be like, "Which
What if
club?" And we'll be
it's
like, "We
like
don't fucking know."
Killed
What if
them
it's the
club.
wrong club?
What if people hate the sashes?
I mean, there's a decent chance this could backfire on us.
Really 50-50, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Icarus got it right. Either it works or it doesn't.
Excuse
But
me.
better to have them and not need them than to need
We
them
could
and not have
not
them.
I think
visibly
it's
wear
way
them,
better if
though.
it's a cookie.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to wear it under your stuff. You shouldn't. No one should know you have it unless they
Under
ask.
my armor, my heavy
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
Under
Yeah,
what?
you gotta get. We all gotta get a little naked first, and then we put on our sashes, and then we put on all of our stuff again.
So now
I
we know
already did
AJ's
this.
real reason
It's
for
like
playing.
Yeah.
wearing
15.
lingerie under clothes. It just makes you feel pretty.
Yeah, I feel like I'm part of a club now. I don't know what club. It's probably a club of fucked up murderers because all these orcs were wearing them. But also that weird lady that Aiko was chasing, who is dead, wore it. So there's a weird connection here, and now we're connected. We're in the club. The DM is dying.
No, I find it hilarious what each group spends their time doing. They're like, let's look for clues and let's look for this, and you guys are like, let's wear sashes and get naked.
Well, we have a clean
Is
sash.
the other group not wearing the sashes? What a bunch of idiots.
I bet they
They're
didn't.
gonna feel so stupid when they get to the sash party and they can't even get in.
Here's the thing:
Yep.
is they have an orc in their party, so they
They
know
wouldn't
things
have a
you
fight
guys
at all.
don't. They know things you guys don't know now.
That's cheating. He's cheating.
Maybe you should be an orc,
Who's an
I'm-
orc?
I'm a tiefling.
Tyler.
Just curious who chooses to be. I feel like that's not a commonly chosen
It
race.
is not. Most people want to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
and
why we're
attractive.
wearing sashes.
Yep.
All right, so
See,
who's
now
wearing
you're
a
catching on.
sash? Is everybody? You get a sash?
All of us.
Everybody's got a
Sash?
sash on now.
You get a sash. You get a
I
sash.
just put
clean
the sash in
sashes.
my pocket because it doesn't fit me.
We have it
It's
available.
like a
just in
napkin
case.
for her.
Pocket square.
Okay. You all successfully wear the sashes.
You're not gonna make us roll.
So you're.
This is
Roll a
so
one.
amazing.
I just envision you've got this field full of body parts and blood, and you guys are just kind of putting things on.
Nice.
Someone's like watching us from afar, like, what the hell are those guys doing?
He just murdered so many people. And
Just
now
Yeah,
they're
they're-
like playing
Their
dress up.
their name is Luke, and he's shaking his head.
I think I'm not shaking my head. I just find it amazing. Actually, this is fantastic.
We're
This
gonna check
is-
for clues.
This is the most important thing that we've done in this campaign.
Hey, we found the rocks first.
Yeah, right.
We
And
are
you
rock
don't
top.
know the
Sashes
sashes.
were number 2.
The sashes could come in handy. You never know.
So only-
I still think there's a decent chance there's gonna be a place and they'll be like, "Let me see your sash," and I'm just gonna, and they'll be like, "Get in here," and then they'll tell us all the secrets. The other
only clue so
crew
far.
is gonna be wandering around like idiots. I don't even know where to go. Well, if you had a sash,
If you had a sash, that gets you into all the best parties.
that's.
I wouldn't
That
know.
was
I don't wear
my-
sashes, so.
My MO in college. Just showed up everywhere with a sash. Nobody ever let me in.
Are the thorns still there or are they
Fuck
gone?
this weird ass guy.
Yeah, I let them go. I released the thorns.
Yep, you
Bye.
can get it. Bye, thorns. All right, you're now
I think we should
sashed
probably.
up. You can continue with your adventuring if you wish.
I was gonna say, you should probably check for clues.
I feel like we need to find the tomb.
Yeah, that's our goal.
But should we check around here first?
I mean,
Like,
this
see
is
if
where
there's
they were.
anything.
they were looking for the tomb here. I feel like this is probably there's an entrance nearby.
Do you think
Yeah,
there's
we gotta
anything in
figure out
the
what
giant skull head?
I mean, there are a lot of bones.
So-
Maybe we should make our way towards the bones.
But I felt the undead was in like the left wall, I think.
That's true. You did a thingy and a sensey stuff, and
Yeah.
you something was over here.
The horror
could
sounded
go-
like an undead place.
Yeah.
We
I mean, we could go check out the bones. Just
Let's go check out the
poke
giant
around.
bones. Sure.
Okay.
Oh.
So you guys are going to the bones. They just look
I
like
guess.
they're covered in vegetation. They're starting to degrade, despite sunlight is starting to affect them harshly, and I don't know what just happened, but it happened.
Flip
And
myself.
you guys are not seeing anything
I did
out of despite finding a Titan skeleton, which would be a very unique thing for most people. There's nothing of note about it.
I'm checking inside of his skull. I'm just rooting around.
You're rooting around, you're looking in, you find dirt, vegetation. It doesn't smell.
It's been dead a long time.
It's been dead a very
Should
long
we
time.
maybe take a rest inside of it?
We have
Just like a
done that
short one?
before. I mean, I don't know. I'll lose my temporary hit points, which is
Oh, really?
pretty
like to
tragic.
rest.
Actually, I don't remember if it's a short rest or a long rest. Where
I think
lose
it was
my
long.
temporary hit
I would
points.
prefer to long rest. All my
Ooh,
spells reset with a long rest.
I mean,
My fire breath.
I'm just at like a quarter of my
My
hit points, so getting
healing.
some more back would be nice.
My healing powers.
Yeah, we should probably rest.
So you guys are gonna do a long rest?
I would like to long rest. Flarky Flark. Aiko.
I'm down.
I don't have a strong opinion here. A short rest or a long rest do the exact same. I mean, actually, a long rest is technically worse for me because I lose my temporary hit points in a long rest, but not a short rest. But I'll just get them back. It's
I get
I was
I
gonna
get
say.
35 I get 35 healing back if we long rest.
I'll
which is-
protect you, buddy.
I mean, couldn't yeah, but whatever. It's fine.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I mean, we can just short rest if you guys would prefer.
No, it's too long.
Does short rest do any hit point restoration?
in a short rest, you can do a
A hit dice.
yeah, you can use a hit dice to restore some hit points.
So let's. Do you know what a hit dice is?
No.
Okay, so
Wait, I was assuming it was the second dice of the attacks. But...
yeah, so a hit dice is for the purposes of healing. So let's go to your character sheet and.
Well,
So
up
this is
top,
good
there is
one.
a short rest button.
Yeah.
And then yes, so you have 7 hit dice, which basically you can choose to expend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many you want. But you basically roll a d8, and you take that roll plus 2 because of the Constitution modifier, and you add that back to you. But if you do a long rest, you get all of your HP back, and
Just goes up.
you get half of your hit die.
Okay. And you just get all your spell slots back for
Yep.
a long rest.
Everything.
So-
So it sounds like
Yeah,
you guys
so-
are doing a long rest.
So there are some downsides to long rests. They take 8 hours. You have to be sleeping for at least 6 of them, I think, or like just not moving or whatever.
You have to be sleeping.
Okay.
Well, some classes have it differently, but you have to be sleeping for at least 6. It doesn't have to be concurrent. It just has to be 6 out of the 8 have to be sleeping. So usually what that means is some people take some time to have a lookout.
hmm
A
So you
short
do,
rest
like,
is
2
just
hours of
an hour.
standing watch or whatever. And if, let's say, like some bad guys come over and they find us and we have to like wake up and fight them, then we don't get anything.
Okay.
So We've taken a few long rests and they've been fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just have like 17 hit points to restore. I'm 32 out of 49, so I don't know if I need a long rest. And I
You could do
apparently
a
have a lot.
short.
Apparently, I have
I
a
could-
lot of slot stuff for my spells. So
Okay. I think maybe we just do a short one this time. Sorry, Sora.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody want to use hit die?
yeah,
Go ahead and use what you want. I'm going to trust that you're going to do it the right way. And you're not going to cheat the system and then go ahead and add those back in.
I think it will.
I'm
it
doing
looks
it
like
in
it might
here.
work. Yeah, me
Yep.
too.
I'm gonna cheat.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do
And you're going to
4 of
double your
them.
temporary hit points.
Now I have 22. Amazing.
I think the next time we'll probably end up doing a long rest, so I'm gonna use most of them here. Or wait,
Wait.
let's go 4. It didn't. It did not do it. Okay.
Yeah, what's happening here?
Why didn't it do?
You have troubles with your...
So you click the button and it looks like it's gonna work, and then for me it's not.
So you
doing
have
it.
to click the little dice. So when you click the square, a little dice button will pop up. You have to click that,
Yeah.
and it'll roll it and add it to your hit points.
There's a wait. What?
So when you click short rest
Mm-hmm.
under your class, it's got like the boxes that total 7.
Yeah.
When you click on one of those,
Then
it
it
pops up the dice you roll. You have to click that dice box.
Patrick, do you see where that's at?
No, I just have a button that says take short rest and then confirm. And if I click the confirm,
Click one of the
it'll do-
boxes that hasn't been clicked yet.
Okay.
So above take short rest, you should have all the boxes for your hit
Oh,
dice.
there we go. Okay.
So you click one of them, and then it pops up the like dice roll to get hit points. So you click that, then you click another box, click the dice roll, click another box, click the dice roll.
Shoot, you took
Basically,
4
it
of
has you do one hit dice at a time.
I did.
Yeah.
No,
And then
no, no.
when
You
you're
don't have
done
to.
with doing that, then you click the take the short rest button. I assume.
You can do multiple at a time.
Oh, can you? Oh, you can. Yeah,
I-
it does.
I
You
just
might
did
want to
50.
do them as you go.
Hi, Bella.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have that many hit points to get back, you kind of want to like do one, see how it goes.
All right, so I've been clicking the short rest little campfire, and sidebar pops up.
Yep.
That
Uh-huh.
has a number of die that I can select
Uh-huh.
here.
So do one
then-
of those, and then underneath it, it'll say like 1d12 plus whatever, or whatever your hit dice is. There's like a box that comes up, that pops
don't
up when you
see-
click.
Oh, am I supposed to? What is this reset for recover? Do I need to select something different here?
Make sure it has automatically apply healing with dice
Yeah.
results checked, and then
Yep.
where it says druid, and then there's those boxes underneath. Click one of those boxes right underneath there.
Interesting. Nothing comes up. Like, so I'm actually like AJ just sent me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
If I click the one of 7 check, toggle boxes,
Yeah.
nothing pops up underneath.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna do it for you.
Okay. Sorry.
Weird.
Oh, that was a
Oh, yeah.
horrible roll.
Wow. What a
You got,
bastard.
you got 3. You want to do another one?
Yeah, let's keep it going here.
Yes.
That's better.
Do you want to? You're at 45. What do you want to do? Do you want to do another one? Or are you good?
You
we'll
should probably
just leave.
I'd
Yeah,
use
let's,
them.
no, you're right because we're gonna do a long rest. So yeah,
probably a
one
long
more.
rest. Yeah.
Just
Cool.
keep in mind, you
Thank
guys only get half of these back. So on a long
Oh,
I
we
rest.
get
do.
3. Yeah.
All right, so you're at total hit points now, Aiko.
All right.
All right. So you guys have successfully taken a short rest. Everyone has done what they want to do.
I got my spells back.
All right.
I think I'm good.
All right. So you guys are still in the skull.
Okay, let's go look over by
I would
where
like
I
to
like
exit the
felt
skull.
the undead stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are over there. And we're just going to assume you guys are paying attention. You have some
Looking
passive
real
perception.
close.
You're looking. And this area that Sora was feeling the energy from, you notice there's no markings in front of it. Further to the left, you see where they were potentially hitting it with something. You see some dig marks. And about 20 feet to your right, you see spots that look like soil's been chopped at, basically. But right directly in front of you and about 15 feet to your left and 20 feet to your right are untouched.
Hmm.
Luke, I have a statement that is unrelated to this, but at some point you may want to go into your webcam settings and turn off the autofocus.
Okay.
Because when you do stuff with your hands, when you put them back down, it does a like wah 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 wah,
Yeah,
like that.
like that.
Yeah.
I will fix that.
It's not a huge deal. It's just a little. It's just a little like you definitely don't want it to do that every time you move your hands.
I'm gonna move him down here.
I'm gesticulating.
I'm fine over
I
there, bud.
am not masturbating.
I don't do that.
Not on camera, anyway. I'm not Jeffrey Tubin.
I don't get paid enough for that. All right.
Yet.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So now that we've
I mean, I feel like
Can we examine the wall?
start like act like I don't know. Do we just like chop at the wall? That was what the orcs were doing. The orcs aren't very smart, so I don't know that we should emulate them, but maybe they were onto something.
Can we examine the wall? I'll examine the wall to
Okay.
check for anything.
give what are you just trying to see if you perceive anything?
Yes.
Okay. So you run your hands around the wall and all of that. Now I'm like self-conscious about doing things with my hands. It feels like dirt. Feels like a hill. Feels the same as anywhere else. You can't feel or perceive anything just by touching it.
Okay, and I try to shove my sword in like the center of the center.
Just kind of right where you're at.
If I'm in the center of where the marks are.
Okay. So you take your sword and you start pushing through. Give me a strength check.
I got a nat 20.
Okay. So you take your great sword and you start to stick it into the side of the hill, and you start to feel some resistance, and you get about a foot and a half into the dirt, and you're going, and you're kind of like, oh, this is interesting, and you get to a point when your sword just goes all the way in, instantly, as though you hit a pocket of negative space. There's nothing about a foot and a half beyond where you were just at.
I'll like shove my shoulder into it.
Okay, so you feel it kind of give a little bit, but you're gonna have to give it some. You get the sense you're gonna have to give it some good strength to do anything.
I look at Agram. It's time to use your butt.
Calls for dwarf butt. I'm gonna find this
I've done
cave.
that once before, and it did
Or I
not end
guess-
well for
You've done
me.
it twice,
Or
and
Aiko
both
can-
times.
I've done it twice.
Aiko, can you turn into like something that digs?
Turn into a worm, possibly. I just need to see one.
Maybe something larger than a
Something
worm.
faster than a worm.
Or something that would dig a hole that we
Like a
could get through,
badger.
like a badger.
You're like, why the hell did we pick this guy up? He wants to be a worm.
Could you
Just,
turn
like,
into that Titan skeleton?
You can turn into stuff with legs, right?
You can
I
turn
think,
into
well, I have to
any.
have seen it.
Yeah.
right?
So imagine you grew up in the woods. So you could be a bear. You could be a dog, a wolf, a cat.
Oh, anything I've seen in my life.
In your
I
life,
guess.
yes.
Yeah, no, I live among the badgers. I definitely want to turn into a badger and see if I can dig through here.
Okay.
Live among them.
All right.
Yeah. Back in my home,
Oh.
my home first.
So
You from Wisconsin, eh?
I don't think I definitely know that Agram and Sora have not witnessed a human changing into something else, but the flick of a hat, blink of the eye, Aiko is no longer in front of you, and there's a badger, about the size of a pretty large badger at that, is in
Oh,
front
yeah.
of you. And so, Aiko, are you wanting to just dig where the sword was at?
Yeah, I'll start digging exactly where she
Yeah.
found the negative space.
So you start digging, and you're adept at digging because you're a badger, and you reach this negative space. And you've dug, it's about a 12-inch in diameter hole, and it's very dark behind there. But you know that you could make the hole bigger, you could stick your head through to see, or you could do something else.
Does my so because I'm like you can see in darkness, I have dark vision.
So you'd need to
Is
stick.
that
Yeah, you could, but because of the sunlight being different than the inside, because it's just dark, you can't tell what's back behind it. You'd have to stick your head through this hole and wait for your eyes to adjust for just a few moments.
We'll lay down.
So would you like to stick your head through this hole?
Oh boy.
sensing a little bit of fear? Something's weird in this hole. Done my job. I've made a hole. I think I'm gonna back out.
Are you
Badger.
still a badger?
I step back.
You're still a badger, right?
Sure. Just in case we need to
Question
make the hole bigger.
then I don't know.
First off, what the heck?
What I
Stick
do?
their head
Psycho
in
turned into a badger?
Seems a little bit sketchy.
What I'm trying to see is, can Aiko talk to you as a badger to tell you what is going on?
I'll just turn. I'll turn
probably
back into
point.
Ico. I can turn
Flark
back
in
into
that bag. Do you
Hey.
speak badger?
A druid loses their ability to speak while in animal form because they are limited to the sounds that a normal, untrained animal can make.
Okay.
But can communicate normally with other animals of the same general grouping as the new form. So if any of us were also badgers, then Aiko could explain the situation to us.
Dang, I knew I should have picked a badger barbarian.
Yeah. Mistakes have been made. I do not speak badger. I speak abyssal.
I think Aiko turned back into Aiko.
I know
Yeah, I
deep
decided-
speech.
Decided we needed to have a powwow. So I'm back to a person.
Oh, okay.
I dug a hole, guys. Seems sketchy in there. Whoever wants to stick their head in there is welcome to.
How big's the hole again?
It's about 12 inches.
Too small for Sora.
I
I mean, 12 inches, like, literally none of us can get our shoulders through that.
Oh, fine.
Even the
I
dwarf
could- I
is
could
too
probably-
stout.
Yeah. But I
Okay.
can stick my head in.
So keep
Like,
in mind.
how deep in until it opens up, Badger? I mean, Aiko. Aiko? Aiko?
I guess
Oh.
I thought it was small enough that all of us could just stick our head in. But if it's a commitment, the badger can continue to go into the.
Well, I
Confused.
mean, I like how deep in until there's the null space.
halfway through Sora's sword, so
A foot and a half.
foot and a half.
I don't think any of us are gonna be able to see in there. You're either gonna have to make that hole bigger, or you're gonna have to go in as a badger.
Well, yeah, let's just make it bigger then. I will just make a bigger hole.
Yeah, just diggy
Mm,
diggy hole.
Hold on. Before we do that,
Okay.
we are looking for what is called the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah,
That
it's
is-
not
that
great.
is
And there's
correct.
undead. Like I sensed undead,
Yeah,
so we know there's
Are we
undead.
sure we want to make the hole bigger?
I mean, we're looking for a thing in there, right? We gotta go in
Yes, yes.
eventually. Don't be a baby.
Is there other stuff we can do? Can I use like my survival skill to like sense inside there or something without putting like can we? are there
Not
spells
really,
or anything?
because it's too dark. You need to have something to gauge your survival ability on. You
Okay.
probably need something magical to be able to sense something that you can't see.
Oh wait.
Could I do an acrobatics check or an athletics check to vault myself through the tiny hole?
Your shoulders are definitely wider than a foot, so you're
he
not gonna make it.
athletically breaks all of his bones
He
and
tries to
forms
become
himself into
soup.
a snake.
Dang it.
So
I mean, I tried.
for spells, oh sorry. I have this fairy fire spell.
That is going to be more for
Combat? Okay.
I
So
think you're either sticking your head in or you're digging in.
okay, yeah, if we're back to that, then
Now there's a hole. So just as a suggestion, you guys are capable of making a hole bigger, too. So the reason I'm suggesting this is because Aiko can only turn into an animal twice per long rest. So he's already done it once.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was maybe
So
just like an
then-
at-will druidy thingy.
All right.
He's
Well,
got to
I'll
actually
just
spend effort.
I didn't know
I just
that either.
I start poking around the hole, making
It's
it.
tiring to become
You
a
gotta-
So-
badger.
Here's what I would like to do, if that's
Sora,
all right.
let's just use your shield as a shovel.
Can I use my survival skill to make a little fire and get a branch on fire, and then like chuck it in there so we can at least see what's in there?
We have lots of light and fire we can do.
You can do that.
Okay. That is what I'm gonna do.
That seems like it's gonna attract a lot of attention.
A 15. Does it
No.
If
pass?
there's stuff in there,
I mean,
though.
you don't need to
We're
do a
about to
skill
find
check.
out.
You can
Okay.
just light a stick on fire and throw it in there. So you do that, and you toss it in there, and because of the narrowness and you've got a foot and a half to get in, it doesn't go too far. So you look through the hole, you try to let your eyes adjust, but really the fire's not bright enough to illuminate too far behind it. You can see that the floor on the other side is covered in dust. And additionally, it looks like, it's hard to tell because there's not too much light, but it looks like there's actually maybe even a pattern on the floor. It's not dirt. It looks like it might be tile.
Okay. Sora, I think you should make it bigger. Because you big is strong.
All right. So I kind of use my sword to sort of slice through, take some chunks out, and I make it dwarf height and width.
Just perfectly sized.
There you go.
Conveniently
done.
sized, like Agram.
Okay, so you've made this hole. Don't worry, that was purposeful. It was deliberate. It was deliberate. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's what. So you've cut this hole out. It is now the size of Agram. Agram, do you want to walk through?
And I could cut the hole out to make it Sora sized. No, I'll walk through. I'll do it. Actually, slowly, and before I do, since we are trying to enter the Tomb of Horrors, I'm going to take some of the rope in my inventory, tie it around my waist, and give the other end to Sora and say, if I scream, pull me out.
All right.
So, just in case there's a horror, or potentially, like, there's, like, a booby trap where I fall in a pit. Just say it.
Okay.
Better safe than sorry.
So, Agram, you go through, and you find your fire as you step through, and the rest of them are on the outside, yeah?
Currently,
Yep.
yeah.
And the other two, it's not currently big enough for you all.
No,
To
but
fit
I've
through.
got Agram on a rope.
All right, so I
It's like
want
soap on a rope.
to pause for just a moment to explain something. So, it is exceptionally important that you guys take your characters and you move them as you're going to move.
Okay.
I need you to be very specific with every action you take, every check you do, because
There's booby traps.
there are
Oh,
two. I'm going to give this to you because this is Patrick's first D&D adventure. There are two instant kill traps.
ah! Rip.
Ooh.
So
Sick.
that's why I want you to be very, very specific with what you do. Any skill
Oh,
check you
yeah,
do, I
eliminated.
don't.
So
Some of it's like I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to pull this lever, versus saying I take both hands and I pull this lever, or I use my penis. Something like if you can use your
Sora.
penis, more power to you. That's crazy.
As a
Go ahead.
my
tiefling,
butt.
mine is prehensile.
What were you gonna say, Patrick?
Corkscrew.
I was just gonna say, since we're all probably
I'm a
gonna have to go into this Tomb of Horrors, maybe we should make the hole the right, like, big enough for all of us before we send the dwarf in, get into combat, and then no.
He's tight.
We
He's
like
got
to
a-
just send the dwarf
He's
in.
tight. He's got a rope around his waist.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
fine.
get the dwarf
Alright.
back, or
Fine.
whether
On
he's
the outside,
alive
this is
or
the-
not.
this is the
At the very
gesture.
least, we get a dwarf corpse and
Yeah.
that
I
we
can
can
turn back
throw
into
at
a
things.
pure
Guys,
runaway
he
anytime.
did a lot of damage, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
He's still Agrum.
Okay.
And he's
So-
still a pain in everyone's ass.
Agrum, you walk
Including his
my
through.
ass.
own.
You walk through, and I'm gonna unblindfold you.
I can see nothing.
And Agrum, you walk in, and
Oh.
this
All right.
this basically, look behind you. This is all wall, where the squares are no longer here, and it stretches to the right and it stretches to the left, but you can see directly in front of you. As you step through, you see the stick that's still on fire, but as you step through, flames erupt down this corridor.
Ooh.
The sconce is light on fire. There's cobwebs everywhere. There are bright and brilliant colors are to be seen everywhere. The stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colorful mosaic of stone with a distinct winding path of red tiles, which you can see here. They're about 2 feet wide, snaking its way south down the corridor. No stonework can be seen on the walls or the ceiling 20 feet above, for some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all of these surfaces, and then it's illustrated. So these are all smooth walls, and they all have illustrations on them. The scenes show fields of kine grazing, a copse with several wolves in the background, workers of various races, and strange human-animal mixtures, pig-human, ape-human, and dog-human, going about various tasks. A library, certain of the frescoes show rooms of some buildings, a library filled with many books and scrolls, the door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, doors, chests, birds, bats, spiders, and all manner of things shown on these walls. So these are all illustrations. Agrum, you have found the Tomb of Horrors.
Awesome. I found it.
Dun,
I did
dun.
something not combat that was still awesome.
So,
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is be like, Aiko, your people are in here. Animal people.
The Animorphs.
Manimorphs. But I'm not very far in here. I'm just inside the hole, right?
yes, you're just so where you're at is where the mosaic, the stoneworks is getting ready to start being very colorful. But yeah, you haven't completely entered this area. You can only see so far down.
So I'm just gonna like peek my head out and just be like, hey guys, I think we found it. You should probably make the hole big enough for Sora's giant ego to go through. but that might actually, you know, crash the tube. So y'all should do that and then join me in here.
Party foul. All right, so
Party
you guys
foul.
gonna make? Are you guys gonna make the hole bigger?
I mean, I
Yes.
feel like, yeah.
I just take my shield and kind of scrape the edges, the top, make it dragon size.
All right.
Wow. It
So you've
went
made
from
this
4 foot
quarter.
11 to 7 foot.
So you guys are gonna step through.
Yes, I step right behind
So-
Agrum.
These spaces for this purpose are actually a little bit bigger than a 5-foot square. It's not going to affect you guys going in terms of, so if something like combat were supposed to happen, each one's going to be as 5 feet. But for the purposes of you guys going through this, you guys can occupy the same square.
I see.
Yeah.
So you guys can fit. So
I still stay 1 square behind the dwarf.
I just
Can
want to give a time check. It's 10:30. We are entering a relatively new space. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to pause and start doing
think
this
that's-
the next one?
Probably good.
It's probably a
Um,
really good spot to
This
stop.
feels like a pretty
Yeah.
solid, natural, like,
Great point.
This
Yeah.
this is going to be new for us. We're gonna, I know the first thing was kind of a dungeon, and there were traps here and there, but this is going to be a kind of a change of pace of what we've done over the last campaign. So, Patrick, I think why don't you go ahead and take a look at your spells, and I know we're not in long rest, but take a look and see if there's anything you want to swap out. We went through a whole we went through a whole combat, so you might be like, yeah, this one I don't really like. I kind of want some more damage or control spells. So I'm game for you to change whatever you want.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna save this.
I'm excited for when we get to the part where the tomb insta-kills you if you aren't wearing a sash.
That'll be great.
And then we're going to find out the other party all died!
'Cause
BPK!
they
you fucking
cannot.
morons!
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much.
Hey, man.
You did
This was
good.
great.
Yeah, thank you.
It's it'll get a little bit quicker. I think this next session is going to be a little bit slower just because it's going to be new. We haven't really
Yeah.
done too much of this.